Whew, what a day, what a day. This day will go down in infamy. This is a bad day. Let me apologize first of all. Let me thank you all for another edition here of Guns and Gadgets Live on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you to every one of my supporters. Your emails and everything on a daily basis help me get through some of this stuff when I just sometimes want to throw the towel in and just give up. So I'm gonna preface this meeting, this little shindig we're about to do, by saying I'm pissed off. I've had enough, and it's time to start calling people out who need to be called out. Thank you everybody over here saying hello on YouTube. Hey, hi guys, sorry brother, I know you gotta head home. And catch me on the flip side. This is about today's meeting at the Statehouse. And hey everybody, how we doing? What's up, Rich? Robert Paul on the Facebook side, how we doing everybody? Let me jump into this. So if you're not aware, today was a huge hearing about 50, that's right, 50 bills, many of them anti-gun, some of them pro-gun, that took place today at the Statehouse. And this Public Safety Committee hearing was a shit show. Sorry, maybe Facebook or YouTube's going to shut me down now because I swore live, but it was an absolute shit show. And from what I have seen of it so far, and I haven't watched the whole meeting, first off, thank you to Jim Raymond, who recorded the whole 2 hours and 10 minutes and sent it to me. Thank you very much. I had to teach today, so I couldn't get away. I couldn't take the day to go to the Statehouse. Y'all know I would love to be there if I could. But somebody has to work and pay these clowns' salaries, right? So there's a lot of people who spoke. A lot of bills were talked about. But one ass clown who spoke needs to be brought out into the light. And those of you who have this asshole for a representative need to get this person out of office tomorrow if you can. Find a way to vote this ass out. And you'll see why I'm so pissed off in a second. First off, I'm getting the whole glitchy thing from YouTube stream strength again. So thumb check, Facebook thumbs, YouTube thumbs. Let me know if I'm coming through okay. And I'm going to keep pressing on this one so I can stay focused because I'm pissed off. I really am. To hear what happened is a shit show. So there were 50 bills that they were to talk about today at this Public Safety Committee hearing at the Statehouse in Boston, Massachusetts. And the most telling part of the evening, I'm going to read it. I got something from the Statehouse news service, and I'm going to read this word for word pretty much so that I don't get too pissed off and go off on a tangent and lose my train, because this is just that infuriating. So more than 100 people piled into this room at the Statehouse to hear, like I said, more than 50 bills today. And they all dealt with firearms, right? Well, there were some that didn't, but most of them were all firearms. Gun control activists congregated on one side of the room. Were in orange t-shirts, you know, Moms Demand Action and Stop Gun Violence and all that happy stuff. And then the other side of the room were Second Amendment folks, you know, people wearing whatever, Malone Lave shirts and stuff like that. So we have the two opposite sides of the spectrum meeting in one room, have everybody's views heard. Democracy, right? All right, so before I get to... check this, it's blinking over here. Facebook side, it's blinking out on me. I'm sorry, YouTube side. Let me know how I'm doing. I got a couple thumbs up. Loud and clear. Right, thanks, Mark. David C., thank you. Clicker, thank you. Henry, thank you. I am getting there. The calf's about 75%. I'm starting to walk without a limp. Steps still hurt, but we'll see. Pushing through, man. Pushing through. All right, so... so there's the anti-gun side of the room and the pro-gun side of the room. And in the middle were some people who were speaking, both elected officials. Jim Wallace from Goal was there. It was a gentleman from the NRA that was there. And some other folks who spoke. But none of that seemed to matter much once I heard the quote of this fine young imbecile who's an elected official here in Massachusetts. So follow me. Excuse my eyes. I'm going to be looking down the screen here so I can read this to you. Because if you were like myself and you weren't there, this might just piss you off. So, one of the quotes, let's see. So, a quote was, "We have some folks in this room who believe it is a privilege, and we have some folks in this room who believe it's a constitutional right regarding the Second Amendment to own a firearm." That came from the National Rifle Association spokesman, John Hohenwater, who was there. And he says, quote, "I think that's where the fight lies." Couldn't have said any truer words. For those of you who hate the NRA now, whatever, but this gentleman represented the NRA and was there trying to fight for Massachusetts. So he goes on to say a few things, some good stuff. And the Ass of the Day award goes to Representative Marjorie Decker out of the People's Republic of Cambridge, who's a Democrat. You know, the same Cambridge who banned water bottles, plastic bottles, and plastic bags, and the like, because that is what improves everybody's way of life, right? We stop crime by making sure no one can get a plastic bottle of Dasani, right? Okay, so this idiot was testifying in support of various gun control measures against bills that she said would erode Massachusetts' status as the state with the lowest rate of gun deaths. So just the fact that you acknowledge that we have the lowest rate of gun deaths should say, leave us the frick alone, right? You've already infringed on this state enough. Just go somewhere and just leave us be. I'm going to try to be nice. So this is her quote. Quote, "It is a privilege that we allow individuals to hold on to something that causes harm and death. It is a privilege to have a car license. It is a privilege to have a gun license." Now this dumbass couldn't be more wrong. This is the same dumbass who put her right hand in the air and said, "I swear to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts to the best of my abilities, so help me God." Blah, 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 blah. Obviously, they don't believe that BS, okay? Because the second that hand comes down, the infringements start. For those of you who do not live in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, our Constitution recognizes, not grants, recognizes our right to keep and bear arms. And that was in our Constitution a long time prior to the Second Amendment being written. So Massachusetts, the home of freedom, the birthplace of liberty, for Christ's sakes, where we fought for everything, started the nation. We have in our Constitution the recognition of the right to keep and bear arms. Then, some years later, the Second Amendment comes out and recognizes that nationally. Louis Harrison, thank you very much for your donation to the channel, man. It means a lot. Thank you very much. I'm in the Army, and if I ever ordered to confiscate law-abiding citizens' firearms, I would not. Thank you very much. I'd expect you would do what you're supposed to do and not do that. I swore to follow and uphold the Constitution. That's what I would do. I appreciate your work, Jared. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. So, you got the point, right? Massachusetts recognizes this right, not grants, recognizes this inalienable right given to us by our Creator. Whether you believe in God or not, it's given to us by our Creator. It's something we're born with. It's a natural born right, the right to defend yourself, okay? So this ass nut, this Marjorie Decker, this hoity-toity snobby bitch, Cambridge Democrat, says that it's a privilege that you have a gun license. I tell you what, try taking these privileges. I would recommend that you don't try it, but try taking that privilege away. It's probably not going to go very well for you. Just saying. So, amongst that, Jim Wallace, the executive director of GOAL, which is the Gun Owners Action League here in Massachusetts. I'm so pissed I can't even keep a straight mind. He came on right after her and basically called her out. He did call her out. He said, "One of the problems that we face here in Massachusetts is that the Second Amendment is barely recognized in the state and as a whole, and certainly not as a civil right. I could not have asked for a better witness to that than the previous legislator that actually described our civil rights as a privilege. I am aghast that an elected official would actually say that, but that's not unusual." I think the time for words is done. It is action time. Vote these sons of bitches out of office. If you have a special election coming up, there's one in Massachusetts soon for, I think it's a state Senate seat. Vote those pricks out. And I know I'm angry. I know that I have some state representatives and some state senators that watch my stuff regularly. You guys know and gals know who you are, and thank you. And I appreciate you working with me. But it's time to stand or step aside. Absolutely, 100% stand up or get out of the way. It is well beyond talking time. It is ridiculous. Senator Michael Moore, who's the co-chair of this committee, and Senator Don Humison, they both filed bills S-1340 and S-1317, which would remove the ban on the use of suppressors here in Mass. It's the Hearing Protection Act here in Massachusetts, and there was two representatives from the ASA there as well, because Massachusetts is one of 10 states that ban gun suppressors for hunting, and one of 8 that says that you subjects aren't good enough to own this stuff. And you know, the bad news just keeps going. From people who were there that reached out to me while it was happening, at like I think it was 10 o'clock this morning, 11 o'clock this morning. It was a shit show, and I'm not surprised. I expected it, but I'm thoroughly disappointed. And I'm calling out everybody in this state to stand the fuck up and do your job. All right? Like this guy says, Bill Belichick, do your job. Vote these scumbags out of office and take the country back. I'm so pissed off about what happened today. There are bills that they're trying to get out onto the floor that would remove Maura Healey's ability to regulate guns, that would take away the copycat and duplicate stuff, which would be great. And those of you who may have seen the videos of Attorney Jay McMahon with me at the Statehouse with his speech when he tells everybody what he would do on his first day of office if he were to be elected for Attorney General. He's running. He's going to revoke that order. But revoking that order, while still it's a really good thing, brings us back to tyranny light. Okay? The assault weapon ban in Massachusetts has to go. This whole 10-round magazine thing in Massachusetts has to go. And folks, I'm challenging you. If you're watching this, send this to somebody in this state, somebody in this ass nuts district of Cambridge. We all know that they're all hoity-toity Prius driving freaks out there. Marjorie Decker. I'm going to look up, stand by 1 second. Let me look up this idiot's contact information. And I'm going to ask everybody out here to write a nice little email to this wonderful, wonderful Massachusetts state representative who doesn't even know what the Constitution says. So stand by 1 second while I pull this up. I'm sure you wouldn't mind helping me spread a little freedom. Ah, yes. Here she is, that dumbass. Okay, Marjorie Decker at mountemmyhouse.gov. I'm going to copy this. And I am going to share this over here on YouTube. See if it'll work. Bingo. YouTube. That email address. Light it up. Light it up with freedom. Let me see if I can do the same here. How can I do this on the Facebook side? Let me see if I can log in on Facebook while I'm doing it here, still live. Stand by, Facebook, because I'm giving you that info too. I don't care if you don't live in this state. We need your help. Americans who love the Second Amendment, love the Constitution, and will fight for the country need your help. So please, take a second out of your day and light this lady up. Facebook. Stand by. Coming to you. Give me 1 second, everybody. I will catch up on all these messages that are zipping by. So you go to the page. And here's my live stream. Boom. There I am. See if this will work. Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook, boom. There's the email address it came across. It came across. Marjorie.decker@mahouse.gov. Light it up with freedom, folks. Let this asshole know that the Second Amendment is not a privilege. It is a frickin' right, and her time is done. She's all done. We're going to vote her ass out. All right? Let's go over here. There's a lot of comments. Let me catch up with everybody. Believe me, it's not my intention to miss everybody. I'm calming down now. I can feel like my blood pressure. I can hear my heart beating in my ears. All right. Here we go. All right, Rich, I see you moderating for me. Thank you. I appreciate your help, man. All right, two ways being taken, one state at a time. It's a winning. It is. Oops, sorry. Winning a war without a shot fired, and yet no one does or will do one thing but bitch. No, see, you got that wrong. A lot of people will bitch, but there's a few of us that if we had to, we would do what we would have to do. And remember, it only took 3% last time. It'll take more than that now. But we need, first off, to vote them out. Let's try it the right way, because we haven't had a concerted effort with that yet. We started this last election season. We got a president who is not a politician, and now it's time to trickle it down and remove the rest of the asses. All right, so let's see. Douglas Billman says, "What is wrong with Massachusetts?" where do we start? There's not enough beer. All right, let's see if I can get a couple of the comments over here. Walter Dufresne, did the Linsky bill pass? Which one, man? Because this dick has a bunch of them. And I have some dirt on Linsky that is going to be coming soon. I'm waiting for another section of my little blurb I'm putting together on him, calling him right out, making, in his own words, showing how hypocritical he is. And not just him, but the whole entire legislative body as a whole, minus about 10 people. How hypocritical it is, and I got it on tape, and I'm going to love putting that video up, so stand by with that one. Some good vibes from Milford Michael, thank you. Thanks for all you do. Thank you for watching, man. Without you guys watching, I don't do this. How many co-sponsors does HR 38 need to get it to the House? We're at 213 now. We're pretty close, man. Co-sponsors is great. But the vote is what counts. You know, you could have 500, well, not that many. You could have 400 and change co-sponsors, but if they don't all vote once it goes live, you know, to the floor, then it doesn't really matter, right? I'm in major need of it to move forward for New Jersey to survive. Yeah, get that right. There's a few states too. Maryland. Have a beer. I'd love to. I just had one before coming up to try to calm me down. So disappointing. Trying to do your part, but others who say they feel the same don't vote. Yep, absolutely. And I'm hoping that everybody watching has used that email address for this asshole and lit her up with some freedom. Matt says, did the video get posted? If you mean the video of this meeting that took place today, no, it was sent to me privately. I'll ask the gentleman who sent it to me if he's going to post it. Let's see. And I have a couple people who sent me some stuff. Actually, if you go on Goal's Instagram page, they were live for a while, and on is it their Twitter? It might even be their Instagram or their Facebook. Go on their Facebook, and there's a 15-minute video of Jim Wallace addressing the chairman and the NRA gentleman. And there's a couple people of them speaking. Let's see. These officials are domestic enemies. Yup, they're progressives. And as long as 2/3 of this state has their head in the sand, it's going to keep going. Northern New England should unite and annex Mass. Yeah, well, we started you. Let's see. It is our duty to run this government out of town. We need to get it. Absolutely. If you live in these districts, if you don't have the ambition or the ability to run, get behind a candidate in your district that will run against these people. If, like, the instance, like right now, we have a couple of gentlemen running in a primary on the Republican side to run against Maura Healey. The gentleman that I am going to vote for, his name is Jay McMahon. And if you love guns, I would urge you to do the same thing. But I'm not telling you how to vote. I'm just telling you that this guy is about as pro-2A as it can get. And I've talked to him a few times. And to all intents and purposes, he seems solid. But Maura Healey has millions of dollars already in her war chest ready to fight whoever has to go against her. So we need to financially get behind these folks. And I hate talking about money, but if every gun owner in Massachusetts, 350, some people say 350,000, some people say 450,000. All right, so we'll split the difference. If 400,000 people in Massachusetts who are gun owners should all be on the same page, because Maura Healey's against guns, should get behind, I'm getting behind Jay McMahon, but one of these two gentlemen, if everybody threw in a $5 bill to their campaign, it's attorneyjmcmahon.com. Jay, I don't know if you're watching this or not, you already know I'm behind you, but I'm trying to get more people behind you. attorneyjmcmahon.com, and if everybody threw $5 at him, 450,000 people, it's a couple $1 million overnight. That's what's needed to win these things, is cash, you know? You could be as pro-gun as you want, you could be as pro-constitution as you want, you could be a libertarian, whatever you want, but if you can't get your message out, and you have to pay to do that, whether it's flyers, commercials, whatever, that costs money. If you don't have enough to do that, and you're not independently wealthy, you lost before you started. So get behind somebody. Throw a couple bucks at them. If your friend, if your friend can't afford it, somebody can't afford it, throw in 10, 15 bucks. It's like my buddy Chris Pinto says. I threw him a $100 bill this past weekend. I don't have it. I got 4 kids, and I got a wife, and I got a family, and I got bills, and I got a mortgage. But my constitutional right means something to me. So I took a loss somewhere else, and I'm behind this gentleman on his campaign. And I know he'll remember that. I know he will. What's this? Excuse me while I was on my soapbox. Wayne Piazza, $40. Thank you, man. My father didn't spill a crap load of blood for things like Marjorie. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for your donation to the channel. You guys and gals keep this going. This platform, in conjunction with my patrons on Patreon, keep me going. You really do. And I thank you all for it. Without everybody watching and sending me messages and staying behind the channel, this wouldn't happen. They're trying the damnedest, we already know, to get rid of me. So the fact that you're all with me means a lot. Really, it means a lot. There's one other thing I was going to bring up. That's why I wanted to go live, but this Marjorie privilege BS kind of rubbed my rhubarb the wrong way. Let's see. If I can find my notes again. Give me one. Well, Steve, thank you very much. $20 for donate. Thank you, man. Thank you, everybody. I don't come in here looking for a red cent, so thank you very much. It means a lot to me. Thank you. But I still would like you all to email Marjorie. All right, the email is on. Let me do it again. I still got it on my copy, so let me paste it. Boom. Paste. Did it go through? Let me make sure it went through. Yep. Marjorie.decker@mahouse.gov. Hit it up. Facebook coming back to you again, just in case you didn't see the first one. Please light that email address up with freedom. Please light that up. Go to her website. Find her Twitter. She's got them. Find all that stuff. Tap it. Light it up, please. Let her know we've had enough. And I don't care what your zip code is. If it's North Dakota, light her up, please, because I would do it for you. Thank you for all you do. Keep up the great work. We're with you. Shall not be infringed. Matt, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much. This light is kind of bright, huh? I look all washed out. Turn this down a little. A little better. Walter, you make such a big difference. No, I don't. Thank you. Thank you. I just have the balls to tell people off, and sometimes it affects me. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support, man. I am just one speck of dust on this planet, but I'm a loud speck of dust. Let's see. Let me do this real quick. What we got over here? Sorry, guys. Put it in the description. Yeah, I probably should, right? That'd be smart. The only thing is I don't know if it'll... Let me try. And hopefully it'll update it. Because if I hit save, I don't know if it's going to shut it down. Boom. Boom, boom. Paste. Hopefully that came through in the description. Let me pop over to try it a different way. It's a good idea. Thank you. Let's see. Video manager. I want to thank everybody. We just went over the 34,000 subscriber mark here on the channel. I have still been losing subscribers. I gain for every like 50 I gain, I probably lose 20. I'm hoping it's not people leaving the channel. Really, I have an idea. It's just Facebook trimming the fat. But thank you all. If you can, try to get more people to watch some of this stuff and spread the word, because the more people that see this, the better the message gets out. And I think we need to do that. Cowie Man 73, thank you, man. I appreciate it. It says it's $20 to the channel, and he says, "Keep up the good work, Jared. Doing my part to help you in Mass, your neighbor in Connecticut." Thank you, man. I literally live a mile from the Mass, Connecticut, Rhode Island triangle, so we're pretty close. Thank you. I appreciate your support. Let me see if it's gonna work. I'm trying to get that email address in the description. They're blocking me at the moment. I can't get back into it without shutting it down. So I will update it at the end when it processes and goes live. But thank you all again. Try to spread these videos for me, please. And I know there are people who watch and don't watch the live streams because they go longer. They're at 26 minutes, and I know people don't have 26 minutes. And everybody's time is valuable. I totally get it. But for those of you who do watch this, thank you. I found that it's kind of the easiest way for me to get stuff out immediately and get it out to a large enough base where it can spread like wildfire before YouTube and Facebook can squash it. So the word gets out, and then when they demonetize and stop spreading the word and stop advertising and showing people the video, at least I know 5,000 to 10,000 people got it on the first day. So thank you all. Let's see. It's in the description? Good. Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. Alright, so again, 50 bills in Massachusetts were dissected today in the hearing. I have some serious amount of video to watch so that I can educate myself on everything that actually took place there. And I will do that hopefully tonight, if not tomorrow. It's been a long week for me at work, a lot of hours, and still got kids, so it's family first, and then I'll take care of this. How about instead of 50 state 2A rallies, just a mass rally? Again, since I got the guns blazing tonight, I'm gonna blaze them again. I'd love to do it, but the problem is there are so many different agencies and acronyms and alphabet soup titles in not just Mass, in every state. We can't get everybody in the one page. We should all be focused. We're all on the same freaking team, but everybody wants to do, well, I want to control the speakers. No, I want to control what's said. I want to control the message. No, I want to do it. No, I need the credit. That's just bullshit. Everybody get on the same damn page and fight for our rights. Other than that, it's just lip service. That's it. And I know I'm pissing a lot of you folks off, but I'll still stand on the front line, toe-to-toe with you, and fight the fight. Don't care if you don't like me. Or if I pissed you off, or if I rubbed you the wrong way, don't care. But I'd fight with you, and I plan on it. So when I ask you for some freaking help and support, and hey, let's get together and do a rally, I would expect a couple of people to show up, So yeah, maybe we'll do a Second Amendment rally again, and maybe people don't want to go anymore. We had 100 patriots that showed up here in Massachusetts on an 8-day notice, and just think how big it could have been if other groups answered the call, because I called all of them. So get me angry, man. Get me so angry. Our forefathers went to war over tax on tea, says John Toothman. Or Toothman. How can someone that don't even know me tell me what's the best for me? It's not freedom. This is enslavement. Yeah, it's a nanny state. Massachusetts is one of the biggest freaking nanny states. Let's see, what did we say in Mass? Steve Franklin, I know you're in, brother. Thank you. Kimber Smith, thank you. Glenn Facto, what's up, brother? Dave McGibbon from Webster, next town over. Thank you, buddy. Let's see. Jeremy says, what they say and what they do seem to have a very different, be very different things. Absolutely. Their mindsets seem to be similar to a horny teenage boy seeing anything in the moment. Yeah, you know, the way I see it, and from this point on, you know, I still would love to work with bigger channels or bigger agencies to help get the word out. But you know what? Put your money where your mouth is. Calling you out. Just do what you're supposed to do. I'm not worried about I might piss off a legislator. Who cares? I mean, what are they doing for us, right? There's a handful, a small handful. And Ryan Fatman, Kevin Kuros, Mark Lombardo, Joe McKenna. There's a small handful of folks, and there's more, that are actually on our side with us. But there's a lot more that aren't. So who cares? If they don't like me, big freaking deal. I don't like them either. Because freedom, that's why. And I'm too bad. Don't care if they don't like me. Nick, thank you. New Jersey is about to be shut down as soon as Murphy takes over. Yeah, you guys got a problem on your hand there. Yeah, and you know he's going to sign all that stuff coming down, too. That's another video I'm going to get to eventually. Let's see. Medicinal McGillicuddy, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Let's see. Any news for New York City? I didn't do any research before I got on, man. I worked. You know, I got to work at like 7 a.m. I left at 4:30. I talked all day long teaching. I came home and did some dad stuff, and I literally had time for one beer before I came up and went live. So I haven't done anything. I haven't followed up on anything. In fact, I even I read one article to you, and I got a couple videos that I got to watch from what happened here today at the Statehouse. Thank you to everybody again for sending me that video. Feinstein's bill is scary for the whole U.S. If that passes, we're all screwed. There won't be enough time for us to organize and fight. Well, deep inside, I think that you know, that they're doing the whole throw enough at the wall and see what sticks thing right now. I believe that no matter what happens, even if the bill was to pass, I believe that Trump would veto it. But I don't know. I believe it, but I don't know it. And you got to watch these numbers, because if they have 2/3, they can override the president's veto. And I don't, like, right now they don't have 2/3. But the scary part is more and more Republicans that are voting against the Second Amendment, against, you know, voting for bump stock bans, voting against constitutional carry. And it's happening more and more, and unless you stay on it, like my pastime is staying on this BS, but sometimes it gets old. But unless you stay on it, you don't know. And it's dangerous. Very dangerous. Let's see. Trying to catch up, man. They're whipping by. Yeah, Feinstein has to go through the committee first, but the Republicans are helping her get her stuff to the committee. That's it's crazy. Cornyn out of Texas, like the NRA's poster child, the golden child of the NRA as far as legislature goes, is helping Feinstein get her bill, the bump stock ban bill, getting it a hearing on the committee floor. Like, we're sleeping with the enemy now. Why? You got to ask yourself. It's either the dog or the fight, right? So which one is it? Is it the dog? Is Cornyn showing his true colors? Or is it the fight? Is he giving up? You know? I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. You'll have to excuse me 1 second. One of my surveillance cameras just cued me. Stand by. Wonder if I got to run out. Alright, I'm good. Thank you. Alright, so Freedom Fighter says, I'm fortunate to live in a state that has constitutional carry, Arizona. If you can pass the ATF background, you can carry however you want without a permit. Yeah, that's how it should be, right? HR 38. It's how it should be through the whole country. Any news on Healy and Glock? Danny. Healy and Glock. Alright, so Healy's being sued by two major lawsuits, and they're both, I believe, set up for trial in the spring. I know one definitely is. The second one was tentative. I don't know if it actually gets scheduled yet. But those are the ones we want. The people who live in the state, we want her to get destroyed in those. And you know I'll be on top of that. But no movement until then. And those parties who are involved in the lawsuit can't really talk about it, obviously, because you don't want to give up too much ammo to the opposition. But it's coming. Let's see. The SHARE Act will override mass suppressor ban, but vote those opponents out anyway. Yeah. And I hope everybody knows that the way the Constitution is, the Supremacy Clause, if there's a federal law and a state law, and they don't jive, right? They don't work together. One contradicts the other. The federal law supersedes. That's why it's good to have H.R. 38 get passed, or the Hearing Protection Act, the SHARE Act, get all that stuff to pass, because immediately the Supremacy Clause puts it into enforcement no matter what. So that's why you should be calling your state, your federal, your congressmen, your U.S. representatives and your U.S. senators, and telling them now is the time to get the SHARE Act out of committee. Get it live again. Now is the time to get behind H.R. 38. It is now the time to do it. And now that I said that, there'll probably be another distraction, right? There seems to be a distraction every single time people start getting behind this stuff. So, God forbid there's another one, but I'm sure there will be until the bill is either voted on or just destroyed altogether. Let's see. Big Gun says Trump is a liar. I'm not trying to get political, but what I will say is he got those 3 kids out of China's prison, right? And can't say that for many other presidents. So America first is all I care about. But he better do America first the right way. Why the fuck is the Second Amendment the only one we have to pay for? Dragon's Eye. Yeah, because cash grab. That's why. Because they know, unfortunately, those of us in slave states will do what we have to do to get it, to get our freedom. And some states cost a lot of money. Some states don't charge much at all. In fact, some counties down south have removed the cost altogether. But as long as there are crooked people in Congress and crooked people in state senates and state House of Representatives who spend more than they take in, this is going to continue to happen. Andrew from Fall River. What's up, bud? Georgetown's here. Good meeting you at the rally. Vote Jay McMahon. Andrew, how we doing? Thanks for coming to the rally. Jay McMahon, absolutely. If you are in Massachusetts and you like to shoot, Jay is all about it. I haven't met the other gentleman running against him in the primary. If he wants to reach out to me, I'll hear you out. But so far, Jay seems to be the real deal. Absolutely the real deal. And in fact, if you are in my area, for those of you who know me personally, I'm going to be hooking something up with Jay comes to our gun club. He wants to come and say hi and address everybody and get his information out. Let's see. Is Warren running for her seat in 2018 or for president? That's like the biggest secret right now. There is a gentleman running against her already. His name is Jeff Deal. The real deal, Jeff Deal. This is his tag name. He's a state rep right now. He's running against her, and I think she's going to run for Senate again because he was at the state rally. He was speaking, and one of her cronies was videotaping every move he made. So if that kind of tells me that she's still running because she's following him and recording everything he does and says. So that could be good news for the country, but horrible news for Massachusetts unless Jeff Deal wins. Let's see. Rich, absolutely, man. yeah, just once I lock down the date, we'll get you down. Let's see. Yeah, old Ironside. It's pretty tough to push socialism when society is armed. Yeah, that's why they're trying their damnedest to just keep chipping away and chipping away. Like, right now, this big chunk of granite is the armed citizenry, and they just keep chipping away until that chunk of granite is just a little boulder, and then they keep chipping away, and then it's a rock. Keep chipping away till it's a pebble, and then they can do what they want to do, right? Joe Biden, yeah, he's watch that video I did on Joe Biden, man. All right, let's see. Give us an address for McMahon so we can send him a check. Booyah! Thank you for the heads up. That is Old Ironsides. Stand by, my friend. Let me pull it up. I said it verbally, but I'll put it in the comments on both and in the description. All right, coming to you. And if you're just listening and you're ready to type, it's Attorney J McMahon, MCMAHON.com, and you'll see his website has his bio on there. Everything you want to know about him is right there. Here it comes on the comments for the Facebook side, YouTube side. Here it comes in the description. That should work. And let's put it on Facebook. It is now in the comments. See if it comes through. Bingo. There it is. So, Jay McMahon, show him some love. Tell him I said hi. Tell him I sent you. Seriously, let him know I sent you. Because he'll know that you guys are legit. You guys and gals are legit. So let him know I sent you. Glenn Facto, thank you. I'm just seeing that now. It's right in the comments. Jay's a motivated individual. Yeah, he is. Thank you for all the info you provide. David, thank you. Sorry I can't get to these all. Let's see. Fox News Now, gun control. I don't even want to put it on, man. I'm fit to be tired tonight. I came home in a piss poor attitude. Read some of the emails that were waiting for me that people were sending me all day long, and pissed me off even more. And then I watched some of the video of this asshole Representative Marjorie Decker saying that the Second Amendment is a privilege in Massachusetts, and like it sent me over the top. Like, if I didn't have a torn frickin' right calf, I probably would have ran barefoot through the forest. Chris Barry, Charlie Baker has to go. Absolutely. Chuck, you're done. You're a one and done. And I'll do everything I can to get your ass out. Not that I have a lot of stroke, but I got some stroke. Let's see. Marjorie Decker, Democrat representative from Cambridge, Mass. Her email, yes, thank you. Her phone number, thank you. Let's put her phone number up there too. Thanks, Brandon. Let's put that up. Boom. Copy. Alright. So now, on the description, that should populate shortly. Here's her phone number. For those of you, I'll put it in Facebook too. 617-722-2692. And light it up with freedom, my friends. Light it up. Bing. There you go. Gabby Giffords is pushing a muzzleloader ban. She's pushing a lot of stuff. I wish she would just go somewhere forever. It's not my fault that you were a victim, but I'm not paying because you were. Let's see. Great job as usual. Go have a beer. Thanks, Glenn, man. It's coming. A couple more minutes. I'm on for 44 minutes already, so I'm probably getting... People are sick of hearing me already. Let's see. Congresswoman Jackson Lee's office hates me. One of her aides found out it's not good to try to argue with me. I was actually hung up on because I kept arguing. Robert Atkins. Yeah, I sent quite a few emails her way in the last 24 hours. I actually, the video I did to her, I sent it to her Twitter. I sent it to her Facebook, her professional I found her personal ones. Oh, yeah. I'm sure somebody showed it to her, so she's probably really happy with Guns and Gadgets. Don't care. Alright, let's see what else. Yeah, let's see. Clean house, absolutely. Music lover, Hank Strange, YouTube, get on his show. Actually, one of my viewers reached out to Hank and said that they'd like to see me on his show, and he was supposedly said he was going to reach out to Lola to make it happen. They sent me his response. They sent me a copy of it. I haven't heard from them. So reach out. You know, that's the thing with like YouTube, man. Is we should all be one giant conglomerate. I've worked with Never Enough Ammo. I've worked with Matt before. I did a live podcast with a couple other big channels, Yankee Marshall and some of them, when we were getting the Second Amendment rally information out. But other than that, man, it's like we all kind of like, especially like the big ones, the big channels, they just do their thing. But I'm different. I just do the Second Amendment. I don't go to the range and shoot because I can't get guns. This is Massachusetts, so for me to buy a gun, I got to actually throw down the change and buy the ammo and go to the range. And before I can even put a video up, I'm in the hole for $1,500. You know, plus with all the strikes against the gun channels because they're shooting. You know, they're showing people how to use firearms. Sometimes I guess it's cool to be the one who tells people how to fight. Just wish more people would get up, rise up. Let's see what else. Get a couple more of these comments before I start winding it down. Kimber Smith, I shared your channel with Demolition Ranch and asked why with such a large channel you're not helping. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Keith, what's up, man? How you doing? Robert says, I don't agree with politicians trying to tell me. I don't agree with how nobody's telling me what to do. No politician is telling me what to do. Period, point blank. And I know a couple of you are watching. You ain't telling me what to do. You're not telling me how to raise my kids. You're not telling me what I can carry, where I can carry. I'm not doing it. Constitution says what it says. So be it. Frustrating. Michael Hill says, pretty interesting that Baker's the most popular governor in the country. Explains a lot. A lot of Dems like him, I guess. Yeah, a lot of Democrats like him. You know why? Because he's one of them. Charlie Baker is a friggin' rhino. And I email him, text him, I Facebook him a lot. And I get sick of him. You know, he used to, somebody in his office used to write back. Now they don't even do it. So Charlie's done too. He's a one and done. Enjoy your 4 years because you're done, kid. Let's see. Wish all the libs would leave the state. Wish they would leave the country. Put them on an island somewhere. Vote on constitutional carry, North Carolina. Made it through the House. On its way to the Senate. I didn't check to see if they scheduled yet today. But it's coming. But the North Carolina, 6 or 9. I think it's 6. 6 Republicans voted against it in your state. You know, those pro-constitution, pro-gun guys, right? They all voted against. 6 of them voted against it. Let's see. Black rifles matter. Yes, sir. I will not comply. It says Massachusetts would be the key state to take down. It was where the shot heard around the world was fired. Leaders got to go. But we could be instrumental in taking it all back, too. Black rifles matter. Buckshot, yeah, they do. Wow, these things are going by quick here. Next t-shirt, Rise Up. You know, I actually got 2 or 3 designs that I hope to be able to finalize this weekend. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I got a Spreadshirt store with a couple of t-shirt designs. Check them out, especially like if you like the backdrop I usually do when I green screen. That's on there. And the link's in the description. Spreadshirt.com, I don't even know it. Shop.spreadshirt.com/guns and gadgets, I believe. Let me see. Let me go to it. It's pretty bad, right? It is. Boom. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah, shop.spreadshirt.com/gunsgadgets. No and, gunsgadgets. So you can check that out. Perfect time, you know, Christmas. Winter's coming. I got hooded sweatshirts on there that are comfortable as hell. I wear one probably 4 days a week. It's good stuff. Check them out. And you support the channel doing it. Let's see. Just hit up her Twitter and email. Thank you. Keep going. Robert Guthrie, thank you very much. Mass is worse than California. How is that possible? No, we're not. Not yet. Give us some credit. Who is Pro 2A in Western Mass? Really, I don't know. I haven't researched every single one of the members of the legislature. Usually when I start researching people, I see something and it pisses me off and I just shut the computer down. So I really don't know. I couldn't tell you honestly. Let's see. This is the 7th time. Robert says, this is the 7th time YouTube has kicked me offline tonight. Really? Off my channel? They're kicking you off? I own Smith & Wesson semis, and you have to jump through hoops in Mass. Sad. Not really. It depends on what you think a hoop is. I mean, I own Smiths. I own Glocks. I own SIGs. Got them all 100% legal. Yeah, I can see the hoop thing, like if you want a Glock, but there are still totally legit 100% legal ways of purchasing them. Patriot Veteran says this is why the Second Amendment was written. The government's out of control. Wonder Waffles, love the name. Says some douche was telling me that guns are for pussy. Just learn martial arts rule. Yeah, right. Okay. Because you can always, you know, roundhouse kick that 5.56 bullet coming down range. I'm sure. All right. Let's see. Big Gun says just got done changing the oil in my tank. So YouTube is shutting down some live chat rooms. Hopefully it doesn't do this one. Wouldn't surprise me. Let's see. Yeah, background check is a hoop. Yeah, I get you. I feel you. Alright, so again, I did get a message again this week that someone had to resubscribe to the channel. So if you're watching this, please check the subscription link, the button, click it, make sure you're subscribed, click that bell icon, make sure you get the notifications of when I put videos up or when I go live. They are suppressing me, even though they don't want suppressors, they're suppressing me. Let me see over here real quick, it's moving pretty good on the text. I need a bigger shirt next time I order one of your shirts. Robert, come on down, man. They're available. Let's see. LSM Militia. I'm fighting reciprocity in Boston right now. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Thanks, man. I appreciate the support. Michael says, I drive truck. I carry concealed Florida license because of my hollow point. I face up to 10,000 years in jail every time. I had to switch from YouTube because your channel was constantly loading, says Jeremy Nelson. Anybody on YouTube having that problem? Let me know. Thanks for the Gen 5 info. Steve, anytime, man. It's done. All set. Good. Good. YouTube is a mess. It is. Well, not if you're a progressive, right? Not if you're a makeup channel or a tech channel or, you know, a cat channel. You know, everybody loves the happy cats, right? But God forbid you talk about a God-given right. Ooh. Rich. Need XL sizes. Extra large, tall. I gotta see if they do that. I think they actually do on some of the designs. But I'll have to check on that. Soros is $18 billion working overtime. Yes, and guess what? Linsky. Don't forget, I'm doing that video on Representative David Linsky of Natick, Massachusetts. Gotcha, bitch. Yeah, Soros. You might hear that name. Let's see. Alright, so it's working over here. 9mm works when you're shooting an SMG. Oh, let's see this going. Cats make me sneeze. Rich says you only have XL. Depends on what shirt, man. Because I buy my I have to buy my own shirts. They don't even give them. I don't even give it a discount. But I have 2 and 3Xs. Because that's what I wear. If I want something baggy, like a baggy sweatshirt, I wear a 3X. Depends on the size. Like, I'm not the only. I mean, they sell worldwide, so maybe they sold out. I don't know. But if you could maybe send me an email with what you're looking for, I can forward it on to my hookup over there. I think I bought 7 shirts. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Gun stores say .ca can't start ammo purchase 2018. A lot of track it. Yeah, there's a lot of strange shit coming by. There's a bill out right now that's looking to register magazines and put a 7-day waiting. I did the video yesterday. 7-day wait on purchasing magazines and semi-autos and any ammo dubbed as armor piercing and silencers too. But there's already a month's delay on that. I don't know where they're going with that one, but it's coming, man. It's coming fierce. Hopefully none of it gets through, but they're throwing it in from every direction. Steve, you need to make a Liberty Tree shirt available. It's coming. I hope to have it available this weekend, and I'll tell everybody if it is. Ben says I wear a 3X to hide my belly. Robert says I need a 5X to 6X because the sleeves don't. Yeah. Get the gorilla arms, huh? Do we all need insurance now? No, but that's another bill. They want to force us to buy insurance. Alright, so we're 57 minutes now into this live stream, and I am going to start winding down because Coors Light. so I'm gonna pull the pin on this one. Again, thank you all for listening to me rant about these crooked ass politicians. Again, Representative Marjorie C. Decker from Cambridge, Massachusetts. I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna make sure you get voted out of office. It's gonna be tough because you live in Cambridge. It's the liberal paradise, but I am gonna try to get you working at Pizza Hut. That's a good spot for you. And I need everybody, please, to email this broad 100,000 times and tell her what freedom is, and send her PDF Constitution documents, and send her PDFs of the Second Amendment, please. Everybody, YouTube, Facebook, inundate this asshole with that stuff, please. I would greatly appreciate it. Her phone number is in the description on the YouTube side, 617-722-2692. Her email is marjorie.decker@mahouse.gov. Hammer her. It is my personal request from everybody to do that for us, because she decided to say that Second Amendment is a privilege, not a right, and she's going to work to take away that privilege. Good luck, bitch. Good luck. So everybody, thank you all. I appreciate your time way more than you know. Those of you who actually went above and beyond and donated to the channel tonight. Let's see, Big Wayne, Wayne Piazza, Louis Harrison, Steve, again, always following through. Thank you, Steve. Comtois, how are you saying? I'm trying to do the French thing. I don't know how you pronounce it, but thank you regardless. I'm horrible with names. Kowieman73, thank you. Ryan coming through with a couple bucks for the channel. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. All of you can't express how gracious I am, man. That stuff like floors me because I don't expect anything like that. So thank you very much. To all of you, please stick with the channel. Please check out the other links inside of all my descriptions, because at any time this could be gone. It's happening to gun channels left and right. I am in the process of playing with making a backup channel on YouTube, but I do have VidMe as a backup. Also Facebook, got Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. So stick with me, because if one of these goes down, I'll be hammering one of the other avenues, and I need you all there. I need to get the news out. I need to get the truth out. And without you, I can't do it. So thank you all. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your effort. And I appreciate your brotherhood and your sisterhood. Until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry your weapon, everybody, and have a great night from Massachusetts. Take care.